Hi there guys, what's going on and welcome to this video. So today I wanted to talk about how to build a home gym for less than $700. So obviously I'm not going to talk about a massive gym. I'm going to talk about what you really need to actually train at home. To me it's all about the basics, so we're going to get into this right now. So a little introduction before we start. I was excited to actually make this video and to make this little video guide for you because to me gymming is obviously about building muscle, but it's also about researching the equipment that you're going to use to build these muscles. This is why this is exciting, because when I was younger as well, I was already looking online the equipment that I could buy, and sometimes I wouldn't even going to buy it. I was just researching because I loved it and I was imagining, well, what could I do with this machine? How would this help me building muscle, etc. So I was just always interested into this kind of research. And so today, making this guide was pretty, easy for me because I kind of know already what you should use at home to make great gains, but also just because I researched in the past these kind of things and I did it for myself. I've got a little home gym. It's not anything crazy and I can't go as heavy as I go in the gym, etc. But this is a good backup if in situations where you see the lockdown, etc. Now, why should you train at home rather than in the gym? In my opinion, this is very convenient. A lot of things like no traffic, for example. Imagine you go to the gym straight from work. Well, you might have some traffic there, just like when you have to go back home. But then when you're done with your gym session, at least at home, you don't have to drive back to your house. So this is one thing. Also, you can eat directly. There are many things that are very convenient. You could maybe gym actually the morning when you wake up, so there is actually no traffic at all there. So many things. You're actually gaining time. If you're at home alone, well, you can stream as much as you want. You can train shirtless if you like it. Whatever, there's actually a lot of benefits to this. Also money-wise, well, on the long term it's an investment, so it might sound like it's a bit of money, but actually you're not paying the membership over the years, so it's an investment which after a few months or a couple of years, 1 year, you actually make your money back. And I will make another video about this, why you should train at home, but this is not the topic today. This is why you should get at home, and we're gonna see all the equipment that is available, what you should go for and what you should not go for, in my opinion. So probably one of the reasons why you clicked on this video is because I said you can build a home gym under $700. So is it all about the money to have your little home gym? No, this is not. I think $700 is pretty cheap, and actually with $700 or less than this, you can actually do everything you need. And this brings us back to the basics of training, which is actually all the time not very complicated. You just have to focus on what matters. There is no magic, there is no exceptional things, and so having the equipment that you just need and no fancy machines and everything else is actually the most important. And this is why with $700 you will be able to make incredible gains forever. So we'll go from approximately $650 to $850 because we're gonna go with 3 categories in this video. As I'm saying this, the basics are important. This brings us back to also the principle of specializing, which I talk a lot in my videos. Exercise selection, just focus on what matters. No point doing exercises that are too similar. Just get an exercise which works well, which targets the area you want to target, and then choose another exercise, maybe a third one for a muscle, but that's it. You don't need 5 or 6 exercises per muscle. You need really what matters, and instead do more sets or more training on the things that matter, instead of splitting it to too many things, shifting your attention all the time to things which don't matter, wasting time in between your sets. So this is, specializing is important. This also brings us back to this principle. The only thing that you won't really see in the equipment I will research are cables, and the other one are fancy machines. All these things are pretty expensive. In my opinion, there is no indispensable exercise. You will see again that the basics are the more important, and that you don't need fancy machines to make gains. You don't need the cables. I'm not saying the cables, for example, for chest flies aren't good. It's good to have cable, but we don't have it here, so because that would be too expensive. But we'll see what we can do and how we can still build muscle. So I loved my research, and I'm sure you will. And nowadays online you can actually buy all-made packages. They try to make it easier for you, try to give you all the things together. So a rack, for example, the rack which has the pull-up bar on it, with a bench, with a pair of dumbbell, etc. And so these packages are actually really good. But today I just want to make it in a way that we're still gonna go left and right to actually pick exactly what we want. And although the packages are good, I think that there is one or two differences that we can make better when we choose left and right, what we exactly want. So for example, how you adjust the bench, can you adjust it all the way down, all the way up, etc., which sometimes the packages won't consider. There will be little details like this that can be important, and we can also make it slightly cheaper by going left and right, so it's up to you there. But I wanted to make it in 3 categories of people. So obviously not everyone can have the money to spend into building this little home gym, even if it's $700, which is not much. So we're gonna make in 3 categories. The first category is I just want to get started in the cheapest way possible with acceptable standard equipment. The second category is I want to train in the most professional way but at the cheapest price possible. And the third category is I want to train in the most professional way and not really care about the price. So in this example, I always feature 100 kg total plate weight. So this is actually quite a lot if you consider there is the bar as well. This is 160 kg worth of weight. So this is, as a beginner, this is a lot of weight. So then it depends, the price might change, if you're more advanced, etc. So, but in this example, I need to keep it always the same. So 140 kg worth of plates and the bar, which make it 160 kg. So let's start with the benches. What benches do we have on the market? What's good with the bench is that you only need one that is adjustable to all angles. And here I want to tell you to get a bench that is totally separated from the rest. Just a bench, not a bench, with the spotting, with the spot stands. Not a bench with the lat machine option and the leg curl option. Just a bench, because first of all, when you have the leg curl option usually and the lat machine option, these things you can't go heavy at all, and you're gonna be stuck very quickly if you start to put on strength, and this just costs so much more if you take it all together. So this is pointless, this leg curl option, etc. And I'd rather have you buy an adjustable bench, just a simple bench. So here is the first bench that I found, and I'd recommend this bench for all packages that I presented earlier, the 1, 2, and 3 categories. This bench is just pretty good, it's not very expensive, $86. Then you can also go for just a more comfortable type of bench for those who want the category 2 or 3, who care a bit less about the price and more about the comfort. So this type of bench, which is adjustable all the way down. So yeah, that's basically it for the bench. That's the only thing you need. Now we're gonna see what racks we have on the market. So squat stands or racks are pretty awesome in my opinion, because they gather many features at once. When you have a rack, not only you can actually do bench, squat, rack pulls, you can also do pull-up, you can sometimes also do dips. But sometimes people buy their pull-up bar, this simple pull-up bar that you put on the door, and here, well, you can actually have a half rack, which allows you to have the pull-up, to do the bench, etc. So many features at once. This is why you're gonna get a rack, very important. So the first one are just basically stands, which is a great value for packages 1 or 2. This allows you to bench, squat, shoulder press. Unfortunately, you can't do pull-ups here, but the price is pretty low, so it's pretty interesting. $100 for these ones. Now this one is just Decathlon, rack. So this is actually pretty good, because I think that can go up to 150 kg, or maybe probably 200, 250. Like, it's not like the thing is gonna totally break. But if you're starting anyway, this will definitely be enough. Great equipment for people, on package 2. There is a pull-up bar, and you can do your bench, you can do your squat, your overhead press. Now this one, a bit more expensive, but honestly still great, considering the quality of the equipment and the added dip station. This is a stunning value for package 2 or 3. You also have the pull-up bar again, so almost everything at once. Now that we've seen what we can find for the racks, we're gonna talk about the bars. What bars can you find on the market? Which type of bar should you take? And this is when we're gonna start talking about standard equipment and Olympic equipment. So for the home gym, there will be basically under $700. This will be mostly the standard equipment, and don't get me wrong, you can absolutely improve with this. You could literally look massive after 3 or 4 years training with this. Like, it's not a problem at all. It's just that if you go with the Olympic equipment, in 5 years you'll be pretty happy that you made this decision. So if you use standard equipment, you can actually progress indefinitely. It's just gonna be a bit maybe harder and more uncomfortable on the long term once you get very advanced, but it's not a massive problem. Although I will recommend actually going for the Olympic equipment, because honestly we're talking about $100 difference here, which actually will make you more comfortable over the years, and that you don't have to rebuy all the equipment in a few years time. So better spend, you know, $750, $800 than $700 just to get standard equipment. So all right, let's see the bars now. So as I said, there are the 10 kg standard bars and the 20 kg Olympic bars. And I would obviously recommend the Olympic ones. I experienced all sorts of bars, from the standard ones to the average Olympic bars and to Rogue's premium Olympic ones as well in the gym. So the 10 kg bar is pretty uncomfortable, but like I said, you can still improve on it. You might be stuck at some point if you get to 150 kg, 160 kg. You know, the bar might not be able to take all this. But you know, they can still take a lot of weight. So as I said, you can get to an advanced level with the standard equipment. With the Olympic equipment, you can go as heavy as you want. But there are also better Olympic bars than others. You have cheap ones who aren't the best. Sometimes they roll on themselves, and it's hard to actually have a good grip. And there are others who are absolutely outstanding, but they cost an arm, a leg, however you say it. And so I would recommend to get a normal Olympic bar. At the end of the day, you can still go very heavy. It doesn't have to be the best equipment. If it rolls a little bit, it's not a problem, that's okay. So here's the standard bar, 10 kg bar. Like I said, it's practical. If you're starting, this is definitely enough. That can be great, enough for the basics, although that can be pretty uncomfortable if you're used to Olympic stuff, but if you're a beginner, you probably aren't used to any standard equipment, so that should be fine. It has to be used, you know, with the right weight and not Olympic ones, obviously. And this is why once you invest, obviously, into standard equipment, you have to buy everything else standard. So this is when, if one day you want to switch to Olympic, this will be a bitch. So the standard bar is good for package 1. People who don't want to spend much at all and want to save and want to optimize the best they can. Here we have the budget type for an Olympic bar. So I've tried this, which are around, you know, $70 price range. They're good. They might be rolling a bit, but still okay. I would definitely recommend this for package 2. You can go with as much weight as you want, it will be fine. And now the best bars, in my opinion. So these bars are the must. They're pretty good Olympic bars. You know, this one from Mirafit, for example, good fit for package 3. This can handle up to 620 kg and probably won't do any rolling. Last but not least, you've got the easy bar. So it feels more comfortable to use the easy bar sometimes than the straight bar. It's not very expensive. You can add it as an option if you want to all your equipment. So for package 1, 2, 3, however you want it. So now, which dumbbells? What dumbbells have we got on the market? So I've come across all sorts of dumbbells since I started. I've been training with the standard ones. I've been training with Olympic ones once or twice. So here, because you're at home, I would advise you to actually go for the Olympic gear again. And so with Olympic dumbbells, because you can actually match, well, the dumbbells with the bar. So if you buy the Olympic bar, you'll have to buy dumbbells as well, which are Olympic. Also, there is not actually much difference in the prices between the Olympic plates and the standard ones. So of course, if you go for premium stuff for the plates, they will be much more expensive for the Olympic ones. But if you go just with normal stuff, it won't be much of a difference. So the first dumbbells I can show you is the classic dumbbells, Domios. These are the dumbbells which are following the same rules as for the bar. It's good to start with, not the most comfortable equipment, but I recommend it for package 1. $50 you can have 2 pairs of 10 kg each for each dumbbell, and then we'll see that we can add some plates to this as well. The Olympic ones, the best to tag along with your Olympic barbell. You can put as heavy as you want in the most comfortable ways. So I would recommend these for package 2 and 3, which is $75. Now the last dumbbells are the high-tech ones, and so these ones are very expensive. I would personally not recommend them. Buying plates is better. You also use them for barbell exercises, which is convenient. This is, you know, a good option, I guess, for drop sets if you have enough money to buy these ones. But honestly, this is so expensive that I don't think this is worth it. So if you want it So if you want it for package 3, then go for it, but this is $800. So what plates? Which plates have we got on the market? So following what we said with standard equipment and Olympic equipment. So here we're gonna see that for $270 you can have 140 kg worth of plate of Olympic equipment, which is pretty good in my opinion. It will allow you to go heavy on dumbbells as well, or at least 40 kg for each dumbbell, which is great. And if you're in need, you can buy other plates simply at Walmart, for example. If you're in the US, for example, $40 you have another pair of 5 kg plates. So the standard ones, these plates go on with the rest of the standard equipment. They are only slightly cheaper than the Olympic gear. If you want to make it to 140 kg, this will cost you 200 pounds or $230. You can buy singles until you're satisfied. If you don't think that this is enough, or if you want to just add another 2 kg here or there. So it's great for package 1. Here are the plates for the Olympic gear. So these plates go on with the rest of the Olympic equipment. You can buy singles and take what you need until you're satisfied. And so these are much more expensive than the standard ones. If you take, not the highest quality thing, but at the end of the day, you just want to lift some weights. So just be careful with the weights. Don't smash them too much. So I'd recommend this for package 2 and 3. What you can also do now is buy a set with an Olympic bar included, which is a great alternative because it's not much more expensive. It's a great value for package 2 and 3 with 135 kg worth of weight for $270. Now if you decided that you didn't want to buy a rack with a pull-up bar, well, we do have pull-up bars that you can buy separately. And you can also buy a different dip station. If the rack wasn't including the dip station, there are things that really are inexpensive and you can actually go very heavy on the dips. You can be a high body weight, a heavy body weight, and use a heavy weight as a load for your dips, and you'll still be able to use this equipment that won't break. So here is the alternative for the pull-up bar that everyone knows. Usually it's great for package 1 if you want to go very cheap, $25, and then for the dip station, this is only $50, and this dip station is able to handle a lot of weight. It's very practical, it doesn't take much space, so I would recommend that you take this. One of the last things that you need is a dipping belt. If you have a pull-up bar or a dip station, you now need, if you start to improve, a dipping belt. I would recommend this one for my protein. I've used this one a lot, and you can go up to 110 kg easy, even more than this. But then I've never tried going heavier than this, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. What I know is that this belt, they actually said that you can go up to 100 kg, so you don't want to obviously force it too much. But by the time you get to 100 kg, it'll take you some time. So now I wanted to sum up for you the 3 packages and let you know the prices at the end and how we managed to actually make it quite cheap to build what's necessary for where you can actually go heavy and improve for years. For the package 1, where we said I just want to get started in the cheapest way possible with acceptable standard equipment. So here is all the things that we talked about, and this goes up to $610. So like I said, less than $700 here. For the package number 2, this is still less than $700 and you have Olympic equipment there. I want to train in the most professional way, but at the cheapest price possible. Here is the adjustable bench. We've got the pull-up bar as well. We've got a dipping belt, we've got a dip station, we've got Olympic barbells, and we've got 135 kg worth of plate and Olympic barbell. So honestly awesome. You can do a lot of things with this. And now if you want to be more comfortable, we talked about the package 3. I want to train the most professional way. I don't really care about the price. So here we go. We've got a very nice rack with a dip station included on it and the pull-up bar. We've got a comfortable bench which you can use for any angle. You've got an Olympic barbell, which is absolutely great. We've got a pair of Olympic barbell, which is absolutely great. Olympic bar here with all the weights, all the plates, nice plates, and you've got the dipping belts as well. So with all this, you can really go a very long way, and this is only $831 for the last one. So now, how do you train at home with that equipment? Well, I've made other videos where I explain this, so I would advise you to go and watch it. But basically, if you've got a nice little home gym, well, there is no difference than in between at the gym, and here this is pretty much the same. You have to follow the principles: progressive overload, have a good nutrition, eat enough if you need to eat enough to reach your goals, and really try to seek progression first, try to improve.